Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone present on that side. I again welcome each and everyone on our YouTube channel Life Physics VK. So here we are again present to continue our topic that we were dealing for the class 12th, and the topic was electric potential. So before starting the next lecture, or before proceeding about the electric potential, or before gathering more information on the electric potential, I want to recall one important topic that we discussed in our previous lecture, and that topic was the relation between electric field and potential difference. And the relation that we derived was E is equal to negative of dV by dr, where negative sign implies that in the direction of electric field, potential always decreases. So this negative sign has its importance to indicate or to give the information about the potential. So that's why this negative always discuss about the magnitude, this negative always discuss about the direction of the electric field, that in which direction the electric field is going. Means if we go from left hand side to right hand side, and let's suppose the potential is decreases. So if we are going from left to right and the potential is decreases, so it indicates that your electric field is from left to right side. So that's why this negative is used to indicate the direction. But if we want to work only on the magnitude, just only on the magnitude, so we use E is equal to only magnitudely dV by dr. dV by dr, where dV stands for the potential difference between the 2 points from where to where we are moving, and dr stands for the perpendicular distance between both the points in the direction of electric field, means along the axis of the electric field. But this is only magnitude. So related to that, we have done a numerical which was in such a manner, and I want to repeat that because related to that numerical I have been receiving various doubts or some point confusion that, sir, why we are not using the negative sign. So in that video or at that point, I again mentioned that negative sign is just being used to indicate the direction of electric field. And if you want magnitude, so you can go only with the magnitude for the magnitude only. But if you want the direction, so for that, let's suppose we have one equation. For an example, V is equal to negative x square y negative xz cube plus 4. If I remember and if I correct the value, so this was the second question जो मैंने आपसे करने के लिए कहा था. So if we want the electric field for that, so magnitudely what you will do, dV by dx. First of all work magnitudely. चलो पहले magnitudely work करते हैं. So differentiation of V with respect to x. So this would be the x component of the electric field, and when you differentiate it, it would be negative 2xy negative z cube. Ey is equal to what your? Ey would be your what? dV by dy which would be your negative x square. This would be taking as a constant, so this would be 0 and this would be also 0. And Ez would be your, this would be taken as a constant because we are differentiating with respect to z. So this would be 0 and this would be negative 3x z square, and this would be 0. So your E vector, you all know that Ex I cap plus Ey j cap plus Ez k. Now let's talk about the direction. So if you want to go, or if you want to include your direction from the starting onwards, you can go with that from here. Dx by dy, here negative dV by dz, negative dV by dy, and it would be positive and so on. Or you can add the negative sign at the end. This will give you the exact direction, and then you have the magnitude. But the magnitude will remain the same as usual जो आपका पहले था. So I hope this would be the small doubt जो आप लोगों के पास था. you can clear by yourself. Either you can go from the starting onwards, or either you indicate your negative sign or use your negative sign at the end when you are writing the electric field vector. Okay, so just after this 5-minute revision topic, let's start our next topic that we are going to start, and that topic is equipotential surfaces. So the first topic for today's lecture that we are going to work on, equipotential surfaces. So what are these surfaces and how these surfaces are getting be useful, that we are going to discuss on that. But first of all, let's try to understand what are these surfaces. Equipotential surfaces. So as its name signifies, equi, and equi word means, you all know that familiarly and correctly, equal. Potential, we know that potential word means the amount of work done that we have to do to move a test charge from infinity to a point within the electric field. So हमें कितना work done करना पड़ेगा, means, or obviously rather you know that how much amount of work that we are doing, that work will be stored in the form of energy, that we will study later on this lecture only. But equipotential surfaces, so as its name signify, what is equipotential surfaces? The surfaces having equal potential at all points. At all points. And these are called as equipotential surfaces. So the surfaces where the potential is same at all points, such type of surfaces are called as equipotential surface. Like that. Let's start with that. Let's suppose we have a positive charge. So our source charge is positive in nature. So will you please just help me out, where should be the direction of electric field? So since the source charge is positive, so the direction of electric field for the positive charge would be outward. So this is the direction of electric field for the positive charge. Now the point is that, let's suppose you have a P point here, or any particular point. So this is our P point. Okay, and this point has some distance from the source charge. Let's suppose that distance is 1 centimeter. Imagine that, for an example, that distance is 1 centimeter. So this P point has some potential with respect to that source charge. Means, if we want to calculate that potential, so we are going to bring a test charge from infinity to that point, so that we can know that what is the potential at the P point. Means P point पे कितना potential है, means कितना energy वहाँ पे हो सकता है. That ability, that is your potential. Now that 1 centimeter distance, so let's suppose that potential is something Vp. Now I am asking you, can you figure out some more point where the potential because of that source charge would be exactly same as of the P point? Means क्या कुछ और point हो सकते हैं जहाँ पे potential same होगा? And your answer, yes, definitely sir. If the 1 centimeter on the right hand side, so might be we have 1 centimeter on the left hand side. Because what is the formula for potential? It is 1 by 4 pi efficient naught Q by R. And potential depend upon the three factors. Medium, number 2 is your source charge, and number 3 is separation. So medium is air all the sides, means on the surrounding. Source charge is common, and the separation, if we take the separation equal, the potential would be same. Some more point, upward, downward, or you can say all the point at a distance of 1 centimeter around the source charge will be the part of such point which have the same potential. So at this point also the potential would be same, and means all over the surface, means this hypothetical surface that I draw here, all over the surface or all over all the points the potential would be same. Such type of surface is called as equipotential surface. So equipotential, we try to locate that surface at which the potential is same or common at all points. Similarly, if we want the Q point, let's suppose I have one more point, Q point. Can we locate such equipotential surface? So this would be also all over that source charge. So these are indicating what? Equipotential surfaces. These are called as equipotential surfaces. And the direction of electric field would be outward because your source charge is positive. So here we have the shape of the equipotential surface when our source charge is positive. Similarly, we can have one more, that negative. Let's suppose if our source charge is negative Q. So the electric field would be radially inward. So the electric field would be in inward direction. And now if we try again to locate all the points, we again obtain such surfaces at which the potentials are same. And again these surfaces are called as, you can say, equipotential surface. But the difference between or difference among the first diagram and the second diagram is that this is because of positive charge and this is because of negative charge. In both the diagrams, the equipotential surfaces shapes are same or common, but the difference is the direction of electric field, means their behavior. Otherwise, the potential character is same for both of them. दोनों के लिए potential surfaces के shapes same हैं. The only दोनों का behavior और character अलग-अलग होगा. Its electric field would be outward and its electric field would be inward. Clear? Okay. So this is the definition of equipotential surface along with the two diagrams, means one for the single positive charge, or you can also call isolated positive charge. Second, because of isolated negative charge. Okay. Before going on to the further, let's try and let's continue to study some properties of such surfaces. So let's try to study properties of equipotential surfaces on the same time. एक ही जगह पे, एक ही बोर्ड पे, सेम टाइम पे वही बात करने का कोशिश करते हैं. So equipotential surface means the surface at which potential is constant. Clear? Okay. So the surface at which potential is constant. So can you check out or can we help out what would be the potential difference here? So if the potential is constant on that surface, the potential difference would be 0. So what is our first property? That amount of work done to move a charge over equipotential surface is 0. Means if you want to do the work or if you want to move a charge, but where you want to move a charge? You want to move a charge over the equipotential surface. You want to move a charge over such surface at which the potential is same at all points. So what would be the amount of work done? 0. Why? Because since potential difference is 0. Why the potential difference is 0? Because we are working on equipotential surface. Because at equipotential surface, potential is constant. But we all know that potential difference, it is defined as what? Amount of work done to move a test charge. So this was the definition of potential difference that we studied earlier. So delta V means potential difference is work done per unit test charge. So what would be the work done from here? Potential difference into test charge. But what is the potential difference which is related to equipotential surface? So for such surface, the delta V is 0. So that's why the work done would be 0. Means if we want to move a charge from one point to another point, but both the points are the part of the equipotential surface, mean दोनों ही point equipotential surface के हिस्सा हैं. In that case, what is the amount of work that we have to do on that charge? That would be 0. This is our first and most important property. Done? Similarly, there is second important property more. There are various properties, so we will discuss all the property. But the second important property that we have to discuss related to the equipotential surface is that electric field should be normal, or you can say perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Should be normal, or you can say perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Means the second property says that the electric field should be normal to the equipotential surface. Means check this out. Let's suppose I want to study this equipotential, this outer. So what is the shape of the equipotential surface here? Sir, it is spherical. Now, if we want to study this only part, this small part of this surface, so what would be the direction of the surface? Or you can say what would be the direction of that small section would be along the tangent. And that's why your electric field is perpendicular to the surface. Means perpendicular to that position of the surface. Because the electric field is always radially outward. Radially outward. They are moving in outward direction. And at every point they makes 90 degree with the equipotential surface. Same in the negative. So this is that, or this diagram shows that electric field is normal to the equipotential surface. But we can also discuss on the basis of some mathematical concept. Okay. By the first property, we came to know that the work done to move a test charge, or to move a test charge from one point to another point over that surface means over equipotential is 0. That has been discussed in the property 1. So we are going to use the property 1. Since work done is 0 for what? 0 for equipotential surface. So if work done is 0, it means force vector dot displacement vector should be 0. Displacement vector word means your charge is going to move. हम लोग चार्ज को मूव कर रहे हैं from one point to another point. So we have a displacement. But over what we are moving, हम कहाँ मूव कर रहे हैं उसे, and we are moving over the surface. तो हम उसी surface के ऊपर ही मूव कर रहे हैं. So this displacement will indicates you the length of that surface. You can say the circumference of that surface. वो उसके displacement यानी उसकी length के बारे में बात कर रहा है. And when that dot hat removes, it would be f ds cos theta should be 0. Okay. F stands for the electrical force acting on a test charge. So imagine that here is the test charge. Imagine that यहाँ पे test charge है. You place a test charge and you want to move this test charge from here to here, from A to B. Imagine that. Means you want to move a test charge from one point on the equipotential surface to the another point on the equipotential surface only. So this test charge is going to experience what? Electric force because of the source charge. So there would be some F. ds represents the displacement that you have done over the surface. But which surface? Equipotential. So ds can't be 0. F can't be 0, ds can't be 0, but in spite your net work done is 0. So this indicates that cos theta should be 0. Cos theta should be 0. And if cos theta is 0, so it implies that theta should be 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. And if theta 90 degree, so what is that theta represent? Theta represents angle between force vector and displacement, means the surface of that equipotential. So it implies that force vector should be perpendicular to surface or the displacement vector. Now force vector should be displacement vector perpendicular, दोनों होने चाहिए. Now I am again asking, what is the direction of electric field? Means what is the basic definition of electric field lines, or how we can represent the electric field line direction. So we all know that electric field line direction, it is the line of force experienced by the test charge. Mean test charge को जिस direction में force experience हुआ उसी direction को we always represent electric line of force, or you can say electric field line simply. So it means the direction of electric field is always along the direction of force experienced by the test charge. So जिस direction में force है उसी direction में electric field. It means force vector and electric field are along the same direction, but force is perpendicular to displacement. So that's why electric field should be perpendicular to displacement, and displacement represents you what? Equipotential surface, because you are displacing the test charge over the equipotential surface. So here the second most important property that we get to know, that electric field should be perpendicular to what? Equipotential surface, or you can say any surface which is perpendicular to the electric field, that surface will behave as a equipotential surface. So this is the line that we can use in a vice versa, that we are using electric field line should be normal to the equipotential surface, or we can say any surface which is normal or perpendicular to the electric field lines is called as equipotential surface, because for that work done is zero, and work done is zero, it represents you what? Potential difference is zero, and potential difference is zero for that surface. It means for that surface potential is constant, and such surface is called as equipotential surface. So here we have equipotential surface, but it does not mean that we are done or we are completed with the equipotential surface. So there are a lot of more property and the more diagram that we are going to study, but before that, write down or note down the definition of that equipotential surface and the two important property with their reason, and your two diagrams, for the one for the isolated positive and negative. Quickly please. Okay, now, so since we get to know about the two important property, that work done over the equipotential is zero and electric field lines are normal, or you can say perpendicular to the equipotential surface. So let's start with the next property, or you can say property number 3. So since we all know that E is equal to negative dV by dr, where negative sign implies that in the direction of electric field potential decreases. So now everyone check this out. I am again going to redraw that diagram that we draw while deriving this expression. So while deriving the relation between electric field and potential difference, if I revise that diagram was like that. This was a positive charge, so the electric field would be radially out. So this was the diagram. Okay, so what we are doing, we were moving a test charge from point A to point B. So we are displacing in this direction. Okay, and that separation between both the charge is dr. So what was the definition of dr earlier? So the definition of dr that we have written or that we discussed in the previous lecture was, it is the what beta? Separation between 2 points in the, or you can say along the axis of E vector. So along the axis of E vector, what is the separation or what is the perpendicular separation between the 2 points? That was the definition. Now let's try to study this same separation or this dr into some another term. Okay, now This plus Q is your source charge, you know that. So this is our source charge. B is some point. Can you help me to draw the equipotential surface over the B point? क्या आप मुझे B point पे equipotential surface बनाने में help करेंगे? So the equipotential surface would be spherical, which is passing through the B point. Okay, you can complete it. I am just drawing from this side only. In a similar manner, can you help me about the equipotential surface which is passing through 8 point? Means क्या आप मुझे ऐसा surface बनाने का help करेंगे जहाँ पे हर जगह potential same होगा जितना A point पे है, and that would be also spherical passing through the. So now the previous definition of delta R or dr was the perpendicular separation between the points. It means the 2 points but along the axis of E vector, means जिस डायरेक्शन में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है उसी एक्सिस में होना चाहिए, चाहे वो उसके अलोंग डिस्टेंस लगाओ चाहे आप उसके अपोजिट ला रहिए, बट उसी के एक्सिस में होना चाहिए. दैट डिस्टेंस इज कॉल्ड एज डेल्टा. बट since we have discussed that the surface is passing through the particular point and which shows the constant potential at all point, that surface is called as equipotential. So here we have two equipotential surfaces correspondingly the same points, and this diagram that I am drawing or that we draw was the same that we used to draw or that we used to derive this relation. So according to that diagram, that dr has some definition, but now we can apply another definition for dr. So what is dr? It is the separation between what? The 2 points. But through these 2 points, what is passing? So through this point there are 2 equipotential surfaces are passing. So there is one surface which is one equipotential surface which is passing through the point B, and there is another equipotential surface which is passing through the point A. So what you can say about dr here? So what is the dr here represents? You can call, it is also called as the separation between what? Equipotential surfaces. So the another definition of dr that we can mention. Okay, and by looking at this relation E is equal to negative dV by dr, so magnitudely what we got a relation? E is being inversely proportional to dr, means more be the electric field strength, small be the separation, but separation between what? Equipotential surface. So the third property is more be the strength of electric field, more be the strength of electric field, less be the separation between equipotential surfaces. Clear? Or you can say and vice versa. Means vice versa, I think clear. That means less be the strength of electric field, more be the separation. Means electric field का strength जहाँ पे कम होगा वहाँ पे separation between equipotential ज़्यादा होगा, और जहाँ पे electric field का strength ज़्यादा होगा वहाँ पे separation कम. So it is being inversely proportional. So I think clear with that. So I am rubbing this diagram. So this diagram was just only to indicate you what is the another definition of dr. Okay, and by this we can use this property to indicate some more diagram. So I am on the one side we are doing the property, so this is our property number 3, and on the same side, means on the same manner, parallelly we are working on the diagrams also. So we have drawn the equipotential surface for the isolated, means single positive charge, and for the single negative charge. Let's start, or let's draw the equipotential surface for a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by some distance. So we have two charges which are equal but opposite in magnitude, and they have some separation, and what we call this? Dipole. So let's draw the equipotential surface for the dipole. But before drawing that, let's draw the electric field for the dipole. So we all know that. What is the direction of electric field? It is outward for the positive and inward for the negative. Means the direction of electric field from positive to negative. So this would be the direction of electric field lines for an electric dipole. Sorry, it would be outward for an electric dipole. Clear? So this is the electric field lines. Electric field lines means it would be the direction of line of force experienced by the test charge. It means अगर आप लोग टेस्ट चार्ज को यहाँ पे प्लेस करते हैं, if you leave the test charge here, so if you leave the test charge here, so that test charge is going to move away from the positive charge because test charge is always positive, but that test charge is going to move or you can say attract towards the negative charge because of the repulsion. Like charges repel and unlike charges attract, but during that repulsion from the positive and the attraction from the negative, it is going to follow this line direction. It is going to obey this line of force. Means वो इस line और इस path को obey करेगा, and that line of force को ही हम लोग electric field line से ही represent करते हैं. Now check this out. So since we have a positive charge, so we have a equipotential surface. Means a surface at which the surface at which the potential is same at all points. But if I want to draw one more surface for the positive charge, that would have a something different thing जो हम लोगों ने अब तक draw किया है. So first of all, positive, negative. So there are two regions that I want to discuss about the dipole. Region number one means the area or the space in between the two charges. So पहले तो उस region को देखिए जो उन दोनों के बीच में. Region number two, which is outside of both the charges, जो दोनों charges के बाहर है. So can you guess that in which region, whether in between both the charges or whether outside the both the charges, where is the more strength of the electric field? Electric field का strength कहाँ पे ज़्यादा है? Now for this we have to go in a flashback where we have discussed about the electric field lines property, and the one property that we discussed, that the strength of electric field is given by the crowdness of the electric field lines. Means more be the crowd of electric field lines, more be the strength. Now with that concept, can you guess where is the more crowd of the electric field line? In between or outside? Means कहाँ पे ज़्यादा है, अंदर या बाहर? And definitely the crowd of electric field line is more inside as comparison to outside. It means electric field inside means electric field in between the dipole is greater as comparison to outside. इसका मतलब अंदर electric field ज़्यादा है, बाहर कम है. And more be the strength of electric field, that should be the separation. So inside, the separation between the equipotential surface should be less, but outside that separation should be more. So the equipotential surface for the electric dipole for the positive charge we have to draw. Here the separation should be less, but the here separation should be more because of the invariable strength of the electric field around that positive charge. Because in this case, positive charge is not a single isolated positive charge. Done? Okay. Now for the negative charge, we have, let's suppose the first equipotential surface is in this manner. But let's try to guess the second. So in the same manner for the negative charge, inside electric field is more as comparison to outside. So that's why inside the separation should be less as comparison to outside. And that would be the variation, or you can say that would be the equipotential surface for an electric dipole. Clear? Similarly, we are going with the D1 means two positive charges. Let's suppose we have two positive charges. We have two charges, but both the charges are positive in nature. So the electric field lines, because of both the charges, would be in this manner. Means, sorry, it is positive, so it is going to be in outward direction. Okay, done. So they are going to be moved in outward direction. Now, since both are positive, so definitely they are going to repel each other. So this would be the line of force experienced by the test charge. So for the first positive test charge, this is our equipotential surface. Now we want to draw the second. So now in this case, please help me out. Where is the more strength of the electric field? Means where is the more crowd of the electric field line? And that is your outside. So here the electric field is more on the outer edge, or you can say outside of the pair of the two positive as comparison to inside. So that's why here the separations would be less outside and inside the separation should be more. In the same manner for here positive, the separation should be less outside because the electric field strength is more as comparison to inside. So here we have equipotential surface for the two positive charges. Similarly, you can make for two negative charges. I am leaving this diagram for your side. मैं आपके लिए ये diagram left कर रहा हूँ that you are going to draw the equipotential surface, how the equipotential surface would be for the two negative charge. We have studied about the two positive, you have to discuss for the two negative. The difference between the positive and negative is जो आपने A और B में difference किया था, that the direction of electric field, else everything else would be the same. And the last variation that I want to discuss, that for what? For you can say uniform electric field. Uniform electric field. So how the uniform electric fields are represented? They are represented by parallel lines. So here we have uniform electric field. Let's suppose our electric field is moving on which side? Our electric field is moving on right side. They are moving uniformly. Uniform word means the electric field is same at all points. So if the electric field is same at all points, so therefore the variation between, or you can say the crowd of electric field should be equally distributed. Or you can say the lines of electric field should be parallel. Now we have to draw this. So if electric field lines are passing in this direction, so according to property number 2 that we discussed, that electric field lines should be perpendicular to equipotential surface, or you can say equipotential surface is perpendicular to electric field. So if the electric field is moving from left to right side, the equipotential surface should be in this manner. Means it is perpendicular to your electric field line. Again, and in this manner. So what would be the shape of the equipotential surface? It would be plane shape. Done? But what you can talk about the separation between them? So the separation between the equipotential surfaces should be same. Equipotential surfaces के बीच का जो separation है, that dr should be same. Because the variation or the separation between the equipotential surface only varies when the strength of the electric field varies. But for this last case, the electric field strength is common to everyone. And if electric field is constant, so the separation between the equipotential surfaces would be also constant. Means equipotential surfaces के बीच का जो gap है वो सब में बराबर रहेगा. If I draw the third one, it would be also the equally spaced. So the equipotential surfaces are equally spaced when they are for the uniform electric field. So here we have our third most important property, along with the three more diagram that I draw, but this diagram you have to do by your own. Done? So please note it down and we will proceed to our next topic, electrical potential energy. But first of all, please note it down. Okay everyone, so here we have discussed about the equipotential surfaces. Okay, so we have discussed their most important properties and therewith the diagrams. Now we have to discuss, you can say, the last topic, last most important topic of electrical potential chapter. Means a small, if I want to divide this chapter into a small, you can say 1.3. So this is our last topic of electric potential, and that last topic is electrostatic potential energy. So what is electrostatic potential energy? First of all, go with the definition, then try to understand what is the concept behind it. Means, what is electrostatic potential energy? It is the amount of work done to move a charge from infinity to a point within the electric field. So what is the electrostatic potential energy? First of all, look at the definition, then you will came to know about why we are dealing in this chapter. हम इस chapter को deal कर क्यों रहे हैं? Electrostatic potential energy finally teaches us that it represents the how much amount of work that we have to do to move a charge from infinity to a point within the electric field. Means we want to move a charge again. हम दोबारा से एक charge को move करना चाहते हैं. But from where to where? We are going to move a charge from infinity to a point. Now, I want to clarify most of the thing that till here we have studied three important definitions. अब तक हम लोग तीन important definitions को पढ़ चुके हैं, and you have to distinguish between all of the three. The first that we studied was electric potential. The first definition was. Second, just side by side, was electric potential difference. And the last definition that we have recently studied is electric, you can say electrostatic or electric potential energy. So, what are the things which is common in all the three definitions, and what are the things which are different among all the three definitions? Let's check this out. I am repeating the definition. First of all, what was electric potential? It was the amount of work done to move a test charge. So, in the electric potential, the thing that we have moved, तो किस चीज को आप लोगों ने move किया? So, you can say moved element. क्या चीज मैं move कर रहा हूँ? What thing that I am moving? What thing on which that I am doing the work? That was the test charge. Okay, so electric potential, amount of work done to move what? Test charge. From where? Okay, so from infinity to where? To a particular point. Means what you have done? You have done to move a test charge from infinity to a particular point. Okay, that amount of work done per unit test charge is called as electric potential. Amount of work done to move a unit charge from infinity to a point is called as electric potential. Now proceed to the next one that we have discussed, जो हम लोगों ने अब तक पढ़ा है. That was the electric potential. The definition. It is the amount of work done to move a test charge. Means he is again defining us how much amount of work that we have to do. हमें कितना work करना पड़ेगा. But किसको move करना है इस बार? Unit charge means unit test charge को from where to where? From one point means you can say first point to second point. Means you can define from R1 to R2, and that amount of work done per unit test charge is called as electric potential difference. So it was your joule per coulomb, you can say joule per coulomb, and that is also your joule per coulomb. Clear? Or another formula for the test charge that we have made was V is equal to 1 by 4 pi efficient naught Q by R. This was another formula that we derived for electric potential. For potential difference, the formula that we derived was 1 by 4 pi efficient naught Q, 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. Means final position minus initial position. Now we have one more definition which is looking like, or you can say the similar with the potential. First of all, ये चीजें explain और समझ में आना बहुत जरूरी है कि हम लोग किस चीजों को distinguish कर रहे हैं. Now, what is the amount of work done to move a charge? So the difference is, till now we were discussing or we were dealing that how much amount of energy or how much amount of work that I have to do on a unit charge. कितना work done मुझे करना पड़ेगा but a unit charge के ऊपर. But this time he is not specific about the unit charge. He is specific about the Q charge. So let small q be the charge moved. ये वो चार्ज है जो आप लोगों ने मूव की. But from where to where? From infinity to 2 point. So here what we are moving? Let's suppose we are moving the Q amount of charge. But from where to where we are moving? We are moving from infinity to a particular point within the electric field. So it means is that the first definition and the last definition are looking like the same. That it is the amount of work done to move test charge. Means एक charge को move करने के लिए कितना work done करना पड़ा? V. Work done per unit test charge. तो Q amount के लिए आपको कितना work done करना पड़ेगा? That's the simple thing. And that will help us to study the combination or the systems of various charges that we are going to do numerically just after this. So, if Q is the amount of charge moved and V is your what? Electric potential. So V हमारा क्या है? Electric potential, or you can say work done per unit test charge. कि आपने पर यूनिट मींस एक यूनिट टेस्ट चार्ज के लिए कितना वर्क डन किया, दैट इज V. तो Q के लिए कितना करना पड़ेगा? दैट्स अ सिंपल यूनिटरी मैथमेटिक्स. 1 के लिए V, फॉर द Q अमाउंट योर नेट वर्क डन that we have to do is, for the one test charge you have to do V amount of work, and we are moving how much? Q. And that work done is called as electric potential energy. So electric potential energy, and it is going to represent with capital U, has a formula V into Q, and this is called as your electrostatic potential energy. Means how much amount of work done. But कौन सा work done? Let me specify that. The amount of work done to brought a charge from infinity to a point. Let's suppose this is our source charge, and this is what? This is the electric field region of that source charge, and this is our any given charge. Now we are working on any particular given charge. So now, if I want to plot this any charge from infinity to a point within the electric field, let's suppose that distance is smaller. So how much amount of work that I have to do? Means इस Q charge को यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक लाने में मुझे कितना work done करना पड़ेगा? That amount of work done is called as electric potential energy of this system. ये जो अब system बना, the system which contains capital Q and the system which contains small q. This system contains how much amount of electrical but potential energy. That amount of energy is called as electrostatic potential energy. And that was the purpose of studying electric potential, potential difference, and now we are dealing with the final one. Okay, so this work done to, you can say, what is this work done? Sorry, this work done to assemble the charges. Assemble the charges. And I want that you should highlight this line, because this is going to be very important while we are going to do the numericals related to that. So this is the work done to do what? This is the work done to assemble the charges. So this is the work जो मुझे इसे infinity से यहाँ तक लाने में करना पड़ेगा. But for one charge, means for test charge, V is that work done. That work done per unit test. For Q के लिए कितना होगा? And that work done to assemble the charge. Work done to assemble the charge is called as electrical potential energy. And what was the formula for the V we have? The formula for the V we have is 1 by 4 pi efficient naught capital Q was your source charge. Small r is the separation where you want to finally place that charge, but it is multiplied with the small q. So here the potential energy is equal to what? The net amount of work done to assemble the charge, means to make the system of the charges, and that amount of potential energy has a formula 1 by 4 pi efficient naught capital Q small q divided by the small r separation where we want to assemble that charge. And that amount of work done to move a charge from infinity to a point is called as the electrostatic potential energy. How much energy that has been stored in the system. Obviously energy to stored hona hai because we are doing some work on it. Okay, and that is called your electrostatic potential energy. And since it is a potential energy, I do not have to specify. You all know that what should be its SI unit. Its SI unit would be joule. You all know that it is the energy. Energy is equivalent to the work done. But work done to what? You should remember. ये कौन सा work done है? It is the work done to assemble all the charges to make the system. That amount of work done is called as electrostatic potential energy. So here we have discussed everything about the electrostatic potential energy. Might be any of the reference book that you are dealing. In that there is one more topic, electrostatic potential energy due to dipole in the uniform electric field. But this topic has been done by us earlier in the electric field chapter, where we discussed what would be the behavior of the electric dipole when we place that electric dipole in uniform electric field. And we get to know that that electric dipole will experience a torque. And just related to that हम लोगों ने उस डायपोल का पोटेंशियल एनर्जी वहीं पे निकाल लिया था. इसका मतलब ये वाले न्यूमेरिकल हम लोगों ने पहले ही कर लिए थे. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट डायपोल. सो अबाउट दैट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी हमारा एक टॉपिक एलिमिनेट हो गया. एलिमिनेट डज नॉट मीन पढ़ना नहीं है. It means we have done earlier. And that's why here on the basis of the topic we are done with the electric potential. But we discuss the numericals related to that, and you are going to do or complete your assignment related. So first of all, definition, the formula, that how we make in the diagram. Okay, here on this side I have categorized all the three basic terms: electric potential, potential difference, potential energy. So किसको मूव कर रहे हैं, कहां से कहां मूव कर रहे हैं, what is the formula is going to be, what is the SI unit is going to be. So everything is being mentioned. So I hope कि आप लोग इस टेबल को भी बना लें, so that by looking at the table itself you can revise all the terms clearly and you can distinguish between them. So please have the solution for this. Okay everyone, so here we discuss about the electrostatic potential energy, means the amount of work done to move a charge from infinity to a point within the electric field. Or in short, You can say that amount of work done to assemble a system, to associate a system, or you can say to arrange the system of the charges, means the group of the charges. So what is the amount of work that we have to do that work done is called as electrostatic potential. And related to that, here are the two different types of the numerical that we are going to discuss, and one more type that we will discuss in a quick manner. And at the starting I am mentioning, I am not going to solve this numerical completely, not a single numerical I am going to solve. I am just only going to give the hint of the first numerical. Rest of the calculation you will do in a same second and in the third time, because I properly believe that you all can perform this numerical by your own. You do not require that much explanation for that type of numerical. And let's start with the first numerical. So in the first numerical we have 4 charges are arranged. So here we have the 4 charges are arranged at the ABCD square corners. So we have a square named as ABCD whose side is small a, and the 4 charges are arranged. At A we have a plus Q, at B we have a negative Q, at C we have again plus Q, and at D we have again negative Q. So 4 charges are arranged as shown in the figure. Now he is asking how much work is to be done to arrange the charges. So if I want to arrange these charges, मैं plus Q point को एक A point पे रखना चाहता हूँ. I want to place negative Q on the B point at a distance of small a because it is a square. I want to place a plus Q again at a C point and D point. If I want to arrange all the 4 charges, अगर मैं इन चारों charges को infinite कहीं से भी लेके आऊँ, it doesn't matter from where I have been picking them. So that's why I am saying from where we have arranged, it doesn't matter to us. But we are placing those at the corner of a square named as A, B, C and D. So if we are doing so how much work that we have to do? Okay, so what thing that we are doing? So here we are doing, or we are arranging the system of how many charges? There are the system of the 4 charges. So there would be some electrostatic potential energy among all the charges, means हर चार्जेस के बीच में एक इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगा. एंड लेट अस ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट ऑल द इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सो लेट अस ट्राई टू अरेंज ऑल द पेयर ऑफ द चार्जेस. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट UAB. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. फर्स्टली आई एम कैलकुलेटिंग द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी बिटवीन A and B. So the formula is 1/4 pi Efficient naught. Capital Q, you can say Q, second Q is your negative Q. Since beta it is again electrical potential energy which is a scalar quantity, so it does not have any particular direction, so we have to use the negative sign again. Similarly, we are using the negative sign while dealing with the electrical potential, means we use the sign of the charge. In the same manner we have to indicate the sign of what? The charges while we are dealing with the electrical potential energy. And what is the gap between A and B? It is your small a. So this is our first electrical potential energy. Similarly, second energy between A and C. I am going with the pair so that कि हम लोग किसी भी pair को left ना करें. तो first of all start from the A. Then AB, this is your first pair, AC is your second pair, AD is your third pair. So AC would be 1/4 pi Efficient naught plus Q. If you want to write plus, or otherwise you can write in the simple Q. At C we have again plus Q divided by the separation between them. Capital Q, small q by R, and R stands for the separation. So for this separation we have to use the Pythagoras theorem. So it is A, so A square plus A square, it is 2A square, and the square root would be root 2 into A. Am I clear? What would be the third pair or third system? It would be AD. Similarly, so it would be 1/4 pi Efficient naught A plus Q D. It is your negative Q and the separation is small. So we have done the three potential energy which are related to A. Now the next pair can be BC, the potential energy between B and C. Okay, so that would be your 1 by 4 pi efficient naught negative Q, at C it is plus Q divided by A. The next pair of the potential energy or the arrangement would be between B and D. So we have to arrange a system between B and D. It would be 1 by 4 pi efficient naught. At B you have negative Q. At D you have again negative Q. And this you can say the diagonal would be root 2A. Okay, there is one more pair left last. It would be the CD. BA already has been done. Means if you arrange A with respect to B, आप A को B के respect में arrange करो या B को A के respect में. Arrangement is arrangement. Okay. So when the two pairs are formed, so pair 1 और 2 को shift करके 1 के पास लाए या 1 को shift करके 2 के पास लाए. That's the pair. So you do not have to repeat anything. ये work done हो गया. AB का work done हो गया. So you will say either work done of AB or either work done of BA. Similarly AC or CA, AD and DA. You can say. And the last pair that left is CD. It is 1 by 4 pi efficient naught. It would be plus Q. At D it is minus Q. And the separation between C and D is A because it is a square. So we have to do the 6 potential energy to arrange. So what is the net potential energy of the system? So the net potential energy is UAB plus UAC plus UAD plus UBC plus UBD plus UCD. That would be the total potential energy of this system. Now, there is something that I want to discuss that is important, or you can say this thing that I want to discuss is the hint for the next coming numerical and the next type also. Now, what we are doing here? In this question, we are arranging all the charges to form or to place at the ends of the corner of the square. हम लोग उन्हें arrange कर रहे हैं. And what is the potential energy? It is the amount of work done to move a test charge from infinity to a point within the electric field. And if you remember, just before that when I gave you the definition, so there was a line that I asked you to underline, and that most important underline that what is the net work done to assemble the charge. And whatever be the net work done to assemble the charge, that work done is called as electrical potential energy. So call it reversely. What is electrical potential energy? It is the net work done to assemble the charges. Okay, here or in the previous diagram that was the only two charges means only one system. Here the systems are very much बहुत ज़्यादा, means you can say complex system है. So their work done would be more. So the point is that what is work done to assemble the charges or the system, if you want to say. So this is your first point. So the work done to assemble the charges is always equal to what? Electrical potential energy. जितना भी आपका electrical potential energy होगा, you have to add them because these are a scalar quantity. So the net would be the total electrical potential energy, and whatever be the net potential energy, that would be the work done to assemble the charge. So this is our final step. You can't leave your answer here because you are giving the answer of electrical potential energy. But in this question, the teacher is not asking what is the electrical potential energy. He is asking what is the work done to assemble the charges. So the work done would be the electrical potential energy. What else I can ask? मैं इसमें और क्या चीज पूछ सकता हूँ? Then you can go in the second question. Check this out. What is happening in a second question? Calculate the work done to dissociate the system of three charges. What is the meaning of dissociate? Dissociate means breaking up. So in this question, in the first question, what we were doing? We were assembling the charges. So उसके लिए हमें work done करना पड़ेगा. And in this system, we have already the system and we are dissociating it. अब हमें उसे तोड़ना है. So अगर किसी चीज को तोड़ना है, तो ये चीज मैं क्लास में भी बहुत बार डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ. That if you want to break a system of my hand and marker. So I am holding this marker with some force और मैं उसे कुछ energy के साथ मैंने इसे पकड़ा हुआ. So if you want to break this, अगर आप उसे तोड़ना चाहते हैं, so आपको कितना वर्क डन करना पड़ेगा? How much work that you have to do? That हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था. That we will try to remove from it. आपको इससे मेरे हाथ से छीनना पड़ेगा. So if I am holding this marker with 10 joule, I am holding with the 10 joule. So how much work that you have to do the separate? Minus 10 joule. Minimum amount of work. Just केवल तोड़ना है. तोड़ने के बाद भगाना नहीं है. If someone say no sir 10.1. So beta 10 joule is being used to dissociate. That 0.1 joule energy would be used by that marker to attain some velocity. तो वो जो 0.1 जूल एनर्जी है, वो जो एक्स्ट्रा है, जो उसके ज्यादा है, उस एनर्जी को दिस मार्कर विल यूज टू गेन सम काइनेटिक एनर्जी. बट इन दिस चैप्टर वी डू नॉट वांट दैट. वी डू वांट जस्ट ओनली टू मूव. ओके, सो हियर व्हाट इज द सेकंड थिंग दैट वी हैव टू डू? इफ समवन आस्क यू वर्क डन टू व्हाट? dissociate the charges. How much work that you have to do to dissociate the charges? The negative of the potential energy. So how you are going to solve the second question? That we are going to solve the second question by this manner. If we have the three charges system, so can you calculate the total potential energy? Yes sir. The potential energy between AB, the potential energy between BC, the potential energy between AC. So since it is a triangle, so there can be three pairs. But since there was 4 charges, so there would be 6 pairs. So more be the complicated, जितने भी complications बढ़ते जाएंगे, means जितने भी pair of the system of charges आते जाएंगे, आपके potential energy के systems उतने ही ज़्यादा बढ़ते जाएंगे. And you have to collect all the pairs precisely. And if I give you, I am not saying that exact value, but this second question and the first question, these two questions were also the part of 2018. In 2018, these questions were asked in the board for the 3 marks. And both the questions were, I'm not saying that this is the exact value, this was the exact value. The value was different, but the type or the variety of the question was the same. So that's why it is really important. So, I'm giving you this question number 2 as your homework. ये आप लोग खुद करेंगे with the assignment. That कि how much work that we have to do. हमें कितना work done करना पड़ेगा to dissociate it. So amount of work done to dissociate, it is equal to negative of whatever be the total potential energy. There is one more variety or one more system that I want to discuss, and hopefully, first of all, by pausing, please note it down. This solution for this, आप note कर सकते हैं. I am rubbing it. Now the one more question that I can ask you, or that is also the part, and that numerical you will get in your assignment, and that numerical is something like that. Please check this out. Let's suppose we have 3 charges, plus q, let's suppose plus 2q, let's suppose minus 3q. These are on the equilateral sides. These are on the equilateral sides of the triangle, or you can say these are at the corner of the equilateral triangle. Now, in this question, what I am asking you, that what would be amount of work done? Amount of work done for this new system. A will shift to A dash. So this Q will shift to A dash, B will shift to B dash, and C will shift to C dash. So what would be the amount of work done to change this AB system into A dash B dash system? A को यहाँ पे शिफ्ट करना है, B को यहाँ पे और C को यहाँ पे. So this AB system को A dash B dash C dash system तक जाने में कितना वर्क डन करना पड़ेगा? That is the third thing that we can ask. So what we are doing? In this, we were assembling, or we are arranging the charges. In this question, we were dissociating the charges, or in this question, you can say we were displacing the charges. हम charges को displace कर रहे हैं. Means initially the charges were at ABC. and finally the charges are A dash B dash C. Means let's suppose initially my system has 10 joule amount of work. मेरे पास initially 10 joule का potential energy है. पहले मेरे पास 10 joule था. Now what is my final position? My final position is A dash B dash C dash, which are the midpoints of the A, B, B, C and C, D. So these are the midpoints. Okay. So if these are the midpoints of that, so my new position is A dash B dash C dash and my new energy is 15 joule. So simple example that I am discussing. Initially मेरे पास energy कितना था? 10 joule. And now after displacing it, what is the new energy of my system? 15 joule. तो पहले मेरे पास 10 joule था. अब मेरे पास 15 joule है. तो बताइए what is the amount of work that I have done to displace it? मैंने कितना work done किया होगा? So what is your work done? 5 joule. Initial I have 10 joule, now I have 15 joule. So what is the amount of work that I have done? 5 joule. And how we calculate it? That the total energy of final system minus total energy of initial. So first of all you will calculate the energy of AB, BC and AC. First of all you will calculate your total initial energy. तो पहले तो total initial पे काम करो. Then you will have to calculate your total final U A dash B dash, B dash C and C dash A dash. And this is your final. And what is the amount of work done to displace the charge? So you can say this is our third point. Work done to displace the charge. That would be your final energy minus initial energy. This is the amount of work जो हमें उसको displace में करना पड़ेगा. Or you can say these are the three varieties of the numerical that we have to discuss. Okay? So there we have the three important points. To assemble, your work done should be equal to your electrostatic potential energy. If I want to break them, अगर मैं उसे तोड़ना चाहता हूँ, so I have to do the work done just negative of the total electrostatic potential energy. And if I want to rearrange them, then I have to do the work done final minus initial. Okay? So here the two questions that you are going to note down in your fair notebook, or definitely the third question, this triangle type question, you also have to do in your fair notebook. So all the three variety, at least one question should be in your fair and rest of should be in your assignment. So first of all, please note it down these two along with all the three important points. Thank you very much. We are going to do the assignment. In the next lecture, we will do some special numerical and we will continue forward. Please